Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Nami, your host. We're gonna update the gold analyst that we had for today or maybe tomorrow. And then we will check the XRP coin. Okay. As you see, I have the zones from the previous analysis. This is a weekly, on a daily. This is where we had the trade. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. This is a short that we got. You can see it on the previous video. I made it in a Farsi as well for my Persian friends. As you can see, the gold nearly melts down. It exactly reacted to those zones that we draw. As you see, when we look at the left hand side, we made these zones and it touched it and bounced back. So our analysis is going to be, this is an area that I told the price probably gonna bounce up, probably. Not sure, but probably. As you can see, this big 4-hour candle is have a bigger body and to the previous one. So let me delete this. My first scenario is going to be if we get a candle closing above this level. If we get this, we might have these areas which we had in the previous one. Actually, we start the short from here. My first scenario is going to be trading this range. I'm not going to trade this range here. If I get the closing above here, I'm going to go to 30 minutes or 15 minutes time frame to find my entry. I'm gonna enter around here. My TP is going to be around 1842, 43-ish, and my stop loss is going to be below this area. And my next scenario is going to be if I see any momentum to pass this support here, to break it here. Let me go to the daily time frame. Here is a bit messed up, but my zone is going to be like this. Let me make it in the blue so I'm gonna remember that this is a higher time frame. This is how I draw. You can draw your zones in any color or form you like it. Some guys make it big, some guys make a simple line. I like it to make it a bit more minimal, don't confusing. As I see now here in the 4-hour time frame, these areas is a bit messed up. So from today, if I gonna take any trades, it's not going to be like the previous one around 50 pip, 80 pip. I'm gonna make a small scalping. So have this in your mind. So now I changed my mind. Now we are in the New York open time. We passed the New York actually. Now we are in the New York market open time, like 45 minutes to NYSE. If this area here, this support, gonna broke, I'm gonna enter my trade as long as this candle gonna break its own low. My stop loss is going to be here and my TP is going to be here. So you're gonna say this is a wrong risk reward ratio. but any setup is different. Don't be fooled, guys. Many times risk and reward ratio can be like this. It shouldn't be always positive. The important thing is take a profit from the market. So if price broke below here, which is this candle is going to be, it's opened in last 15 minutes. Okay. If it's broke down, I put a sell stop. It's going to be activated. My TP is here and my stop loss is going to be here. That's it for today, gold. Very simple, clear. If it breaks this area, I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna check the 15 minutes. When candles are like this means the volume is not a lot in the market. But if I get any closer below here, and then I'm gonna enter. I'm not going impulsive. If I get any closure here, a candle like coming here, close it here with the wick at the bottom, I'm going to take a short when it's broke the low. As you can see, the price is now goes up, so never rush to the trade. Okay guys, that's it for today on gold. We are going to check the XRP on-chain and social activity. So let's talk about crypto. Okay, let's check XRP. There was a news about it, which around 1st of October, 1 billion XRP will be released, which is about 1.87 of a total. No FOMO about it. Last month happened the same and about 1 billion released, but 80% of it were locked at the same time. So no FOMO, guys. This big candle, which grows XRP price to 70%, is after the SEC court about XRP. Now price is at the main support. I'm not seeing lots of buyers at the moment in comparison of the other coins, but it could pass this resistance. So if any rally happens, I might have this coin in my watch list as it have many opportunities. Now let's check the on-chain data. If we check active addresses, they were increased from about 26th of the September, as you can see, which is very normal. Now, if we check receive addresses, we're not moving a lot, but send addresses were increased a bit, which shows there isn't a lot of buyers, as we saw on the price chart as well. On-chain analysts count receive as a buyers and sent as a sellers. In the other hand, if we check supply and demand of it, I prefer to check native tokens. Now, if we check addresses with more than 1 million XRP, we see there wasn't any movement, which there is a decrease, and now in the past 3 days, there was a little of it, an increase in which it's not looked so good. And it showed the big player didn't bow any. But in addresses with more than 100k native tokens, it's gradually increasing, which looks fine. Also in addresses with the 10k, there was an increase. As you can see, also in 1k, there is an increase of these tokens. But important address for me is 1 million to 10k. Because with the low price of XRP, now these token whales are those with more than 1 million token. Opposite of Bitcoin whales, which we count them from 1k. And if we check transactions, we see there was an increase. From the other hand, if we check average transfer value, we see increasing. And if we check median transfer value, which is whales footprint, we see a little increase, but the big players didn't bow a lot, as we saw in more than 1 million holders as well. And at the end, if we check retail footprints, we see increases in transaction. And maybe these growths that we saw earlier were a part of these retails. And at the end, if we check network fees, which we can see activity, which shows us improvement in network activity. So in on-chain, we see improved activity, which is totally looks so good. A bit of those who have more than 1 million XRP or less, but on those with more than 100K, there is an increased momentum. And if we saw buyers in technicals, so we can have a positive sense on it, but we should check data every time. This coin have lots of opportunities, guys. And at the end, if we check social data, we saw there isn't any social engagement. So people are not talking about XRP in communities. So if you want to have positions on it, you should have a watch and eye on it. It didn't move a lot in comparison with others. We can have an eye on it for future profits, which others moved and this one still didn't. So it will give us the opportunity to take a nice profit from it. Well done, guys.